Okay, hello everyone. My name is Laquan Williams, and in this video, I will discuss the upcoming DC Legends of Tomorrow Season 6 premiere date, which is going to be in a couple of months on the CW TV network. So we'll see what happens with that. It's actually the CW network, so we'll see what happens with that. So we're going to see that happen very soon, so let's see what happens with as far as the new show, obviously the new season, obviously what new other shows could possibly be happening on the network, obviously in the near future. I just did a previous video about the newest show on the CW network, which is obviously another show which I call the network, and other people as well, is DC TV. DCW TV, DC comic book shows on there, the network of the CW network that are based off of the comic books, like I said, comic books of Superman's on there. The new Superman and Lois Lane show is what I just talked about. I reviewed the first episode, which was the pilot for the season 1, episode 1. It was just aired a couple days ago on Tuesday, the 23rd of February. Now we're going to be talking about the season 6 of DC Legends of Tomorrow, and it's going to happen this spring. This is on a comic book at resources.com, I believe, cbr.com. So it says that this is going to be, it has been confirmed that the season 6 premiere date for DC Legends of Tomorrow will return on May 2nd at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Pacific Time as well. 8 p.m. Eastern, which means it's 5 p.m. Pacific. The CW taking the slot, it's going to be taking the slot in the CW of the currently occupied show Batwoman. So Batwoman will shift to 9 p.m. and it's going to take its spot. So we're going to see Legends of Tomorrow renewed, obviously, and we'll see what happens with recurring characters and what's going to be changing. I got a new article that was just out a couple weeks ago that stated that Heatwave, played by Dominique Purcell, the actor, he's leaving the show after the 7th season. And that's when his contract's up. He could renew it, but he's stated that he's going to leave. I'm going to talk about that as well. So it says, unfortunately, the COVID pandemic has hurt. COVID-19 pandemic has hurt a lot of people, and including obviously these actors on the show and the cast and crew and the writers as well. So it says, Legends of Tomorrow was renewed for their 6th season in January of 2020. However, like countless other major television productions and TV shows, the series was impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Shortly after the production resumed in October, in early 2021, Legends received an early season 7 renewal as well. So just this month, it was renewed for a 7th season, so that's obviously very good. We'll see what happens with that. It says, when a family loses a parent and a bunch of children, a party of 5 style have to raise themselves. It's going to be really interesting. Showrunner Phil Klemmer said of the season 5 finale, which saw Sarah Lance being abducted by aliens, it's also going to afford Sarah a chance to have a separate storyline. And that's all it is. It says DC Legends of Tomorrow stars Katie Lotz, Dominique Purcell, Nick Zano, Tala Ashe, Ashe, Matt Ryan, Olivia Swan, Jess McCollin, Adam Teskman, Cheyenne Sabayan, Lizeth Chavez, and Rafi Barsamian. Season 6 premieres Sunday, May 2nd at 8 p.m. Eastern Pacific Time. Eastern Time / Pacific Time on the CW. So wanted to talk about that and also the upcoming news as well. This is off of Gizmodo. It says, Legends of Tomorrow is about to lose a major teammate. This is Heatwave, played by actor Dominique Purcell. He's going to be leaving the show after season 7. So it said right here on Gizmodo.com that Dominique Purcell stated that he plans to leave Legends of Tomorrow. He posted on his Instagram account, I believe, that after its recently announced 7th season on television, if indeed the series is renewed for an 8th season possibly, but he's leaving after 7th season. He stated on his Instagram account, I'll give you one more year to stay honorable with my contract. # season 7. Thanks to Warner Brothers, DC Comics, the CW Network, and Legends of Tomorrow. It's not lost on me how unfortunate I am in a world full of turmoil and tragedy, nor the unfairness of life that I prevail while others struggle. He says, P.S. to celebrities and rich people and the well-off. we don't want to see how awesome your life is on social media. It's not the time or the place at present. Get a clue. I guess even though he's in Hollywood, he's not one of those Hollywood elitists. That's what it's looking like. So that's pretty cool. Nice of him to put that out there. But that's always going to happen, obviously, with you know, musicians and rock stars. Obviously, you know, they're living in these huge mansions, and other people aren't, and they're still saying that they're doing worse than a lot of other people, which is what he's stating. Obviously, that doesn't seem to be the case, but you know, it's going to be unfortunate he's leaving the show. Captain Cold is no longer on the show as well. This, who was the actor that was with him. Obviously, they were together as brothers on obviously Prison Break, so he's not coming back as well. So we'll see what happens with that. It's going to be very unfortunate that's going to be the case. We just lost Brandon Routh and Nora Dark, who played him obviously on the show. Who played his wife on the show / girlfriend. They just got married. They just both left the show together. They're actually together in real life. So married. So they left the show after creative differences. So we lost obviously the Adam and obviously Nora Dark. So they could come on the show in the next couple of seasons and make appearances. And I'm guessing that they will. But as of right now, I don't know about that. Dominic Purcell says he's gone after season 7, so that won't be here until probably the next year, which is 2022. So we'll see what happens with that. For the last couple of years, the DC TV shows on the CW network, the DC shows on there have been very good. But obviously, the last couple of years we lost a lot of them. Black Lightning is in its last and final season, season 4. The 6th and final season of Supergirl is happening right now as well, so they'll both be off the air in the next month. Batwoman's in its 2nd season, with Ruby Rose gone and a new actress taking her place. Stargirl is in its 2nd season. The Superman and Lois show is in its 1st season, and it just aired a couple days ago on Tuesday the 23rd. We also did not see the Green Arrow and the Canary show being picked up. The backdoor pilot that was introduced, multiple episodes, the recurring, obviously, introduction to the characters and the backstory, it didn't get picked up at all. We waited for about a year to find out what happened to it, but the CW network decided that they were not going to pick it up, so that's not going to happen. The spinoff from the Green Arrow show, which was going to see Green Arrow's kids in the future, obviously when he's no longer alive, neither is Felicity Smoke, be the ones protecting the city, obviously, and trying to take down the bad guys. So we'll see what happens with that, obviously, if that ever gets picked up eventually. Constantine's TV show is not going to be on the CW. It was put out months ago, about 6, 7, almost a year ago, that there was going to be no CW show for him, live action. Matt Ryan plays him on the DC Legends of Tomorrow show. He also has played him on the Green Arrow as well, multiple appearances. Last 4 years now, 3 years he's been around playing that character over there. He's first started in 2014-15 on the NBC show, where he got his first season. It was 13 episodes long. It was canceled by NBC. He never got a second season. Years later, they finally put out the DVD out, and a lot of people, obviously myself included, were happy about that, because after the show was canceled, we're like, when we're going to see him play John Constantine again. And besides Keanu Reeves, never seen anybody play him before on live action TV or movie, so that's going to be changing. There's going to be an HBO Max show, but he's not going to be on that. It's going to be a different actor, so we'll see what happens with that. But the CW shows have been fun for the last couple of years. It's just unfortunate with the way Green Arrow kind of ended, especially with the Crisis on Infinite Earth's situation, with Oliver Queen dying and coming back and dying again. And the new CW show, Superman and Lois, we saw them not talk about Crisis on Infinite Earths at all. It's supposed to take place years later after this happened, apparently. Nothing was mentioned, obviously, about it, but we saw them with no kids and when they first appeared at the Lois Lane Clark camp. This was about a year ago, but now in their new show, the first episode, they got teenage boys, who are fraternal twins, and one of them has superpowers, the other one does not. So we'll see what happens with that. Legends of Tomorrow has been very, very good. Obviously, less of character changes. I've been happy over the past couple of years, obviously, with Nora Dark gone, obviously the Atom gone, and now Heatwave, Captain Cold. They're about to be obviously gone permanently, because obviously Captain Cold's gone, but Heatwave's going to be gone himself within the next year. And Hawkman and Hawkgirl, we've seen them gone too, and lots of other people. So we'll see what happens with that, obviously, and it'll be very interesting to see whether people can come back, obviously, in the near future to the show who are no longer there as well. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah. This show has been fun. I haven't had any complaints about it. It's just sometimes when the characters change, I think it's just very unfortunate. When we see people go, obviously, but we're questioning if they come back. The villains have obviously been very good. Obviously, the last couple of years, Damien Dark, Reverse Flash, Vandal Savage, they've all been very good. We'll see what happens with that as well. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So, like I said before, the Legends of Tomorrow, DC Legends of Tomorrow, will be having their 6th season airing this May. And Dominique Parcell is going to be gone after the 7th season as Heatwave. That's him right here. And we're going to see the 6th season happen on May 2nd. And we'll see what happens with that. They already got new for a 7th season, so everything's good. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, that's basically it. That's all I have to say about this and state in regards to the subject matter of the DC Legends of Tomorrow show. Tell me what you think about it. If you watched the show, if you ever seen any episodes, are you interested in any spin-off shows that could take place, obviously? And what do you think about Dominique Parcell deciding to leave and no longer play Heatwave on the show as well? And will he have a proper send-off when he's no longer on the show, now that it was a real last season, that he has a kid, a teenage daughter, with a woman he obviously was dating somewhat in high school, but he left her on a prom night. So we'll see what happens with that. He didn't make it. He was supposed to meet her there at prom, but he got arrested, obviously, because he was always getting in trouble going to juvenile hall and whatnot, and eventually prison as a criminal / felon. And, they're still in jewels and whatnot, and cash and stuff, and robbing banks. So we'll see what happens with that. Thank you for watching. That's all I have to say about this again, and about the DC Legends of Tomorrow, and also what's been taking place at the CW as far as the shows that are new and ones that are no longer on air, and obviously the reoccurring cast members that will be in and out of different shows crossing over. From the Flash, John Diggle is going to be on the Flash in some type of capacity in the near future, I believe. So we'll see what happens with that. The actor was supposed to get a Green Lantern show. Hopefully that still happens on HBO Max. We'll see what happens with that. And yeah, thank you for watching, and that's all I have to say. Again, thanks, bye.